Howdy guys, welcome to Rad Trades. I'm going to go over a couple things, trading 101 for those who are beginning to trade, the important things and the not important things. So let's go over this. What I have learned as a trader who has been doing this for 105 days. Number one, take the punches. What do I mean by that? Well, most traders, right, they see this beautiful facade of these traders that are already on Instagram making a lot of money, and you will get there. But they see this and they're like, oh, trading's got to be easy. All I got to do is just, wait for this candle to do like this, and this other candle to reject here, with a long wick, and here's a key level, and then the next candle that bounces up here, right? And I just take it right here and I just, whatever. The point is that they think, okay, this is it. But the only thing is, this is strategy. 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 This only accounts for 20% of what trading really is. What is the other? The other, if I could draw ahead. Yay! The other psychology. I'm just going to put psi. Psychology. Other 80% is psychology. Now, why is psychology 80% of trading? Well, it's 80% of trading because, yeah, you could read a chart and you could tell like this is it, and then you could buy there, and then you could put your stop loss there, and then you could wait for it, enter, and take profit here, and then you won, money. That's the simple part of it. That's why it's 20%. In the beginning, I thought this was it. Once I learned this, I was gonna make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the truth is that it ain't like that, Rick. It takes time. Now, how do you improve on this side of things? Well, let me tell you. So, 80% of it is psychology. So, what does that mean and how do we fix that? Well, you're most likely going to blow up a lot of accounts. What do I mean by a lot of accounts? Well, I do funded accounts. I don't use my own money. If you use your own money, then you kiss thousands and thousands of dollars goodbye. So I use funded accounts, right? Now, with funded accounts, you prop firms money, right? And yeah, pretty much it. You use their money. That's kind of the basic gist of it. Can't explain it that, right? Right. But the thing is that you're going to, it doesn't matter. All right, anyways, with funded accounts, you're probably gonna blow your first one, your second one, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. I have blown through 50 funded accounts. I know it's expensive. Uh, but that's okay. Most people would be like, oh, if you haven't already gotten it, might as well just quit. You know what? If a lot of smart people and business owners in the world would have quit in the beginning when things got tough, they wouldn't be where they are today. That is the truth. There's people that have gone through 70, 100 funded accounts. I luckily now have one funded, fully funded account and one challenge account. Now, the reason I have one and one is because, okay, I got one funded, right? And I started at one challenge. Now, the key is to not overload yourself because each one is 50K, right? At least in my side of things. Some people decide to go heavier, some people decide to go lighter. But if you overload yourself, let's say times four of these, you're going to be under so much pressure, especially starting out that you're managing $200,000 that you could trade with, right? Make a lot of money because it is a lot of money that you can make. I think the most I've made in a day, and like let's say just say in a challenge account, uh, um, 3,000 in a day. In a challenge account, obviously funded is different because I'm taking things slower. But in a funded account, for example, but the thing is that you see that and you're like, oh, this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be cream de la creme, and you're gonna be a millionaire by December, which is literally 2 months from now. That's not the case. You're probably gonna blow several, like I said. And the thing is, you got to think about it like a farm, right? A farmer yields different or sows different thing, correct? But let's say it's all a maze. It's all a corn maze. Each corn is gonna grow at its own pace. You hope that they all grow at the same time, right? Because that's the fun thing about a corn maze. But some might grow shorter, some might grow taller. Some shorter, some might grow taller in a span of like say 6 months, right? Does that mean that these are terrible and they'll never get to be as tall or even taller than these? Doesn't mean that at all. The most important thing is having patience. Patience. And that's what I'm learning right now. Patience. Because without patience, you're going to give up. Without patience, you're going to go back to your 9 to 5 job because you think that's the only thing that's really going to get you money. Because you keep blowing up accounts and you don't know what to do and you don't know what's wrong. And you keep doing the same thing over and over again. And you're just plain hangman now. You're just hanging yourself every time. And you are losing. I think I spelled losing right. But the point is that you are losing. And why are you losing? Why are you losing? You are losing because you don't have patience. You are greedy. You have a huge ego. You don't expect losses. You have to expect losses. You have to control your ego. You have to not be greedy. You have to just take a chill pill. And I'm still learning this, guys. Just because I'm going through this does not mean I am a master at all. Doesn't mean, oh, wow, he mastered it. He must be really good. No, I still go through these emotions like if it was a freaking roller coaster. But the thing is that with time, I am getting better to manage those bumps to the point that they become smaller and smaller and smaller, and hopefully to the point that well, let me make this better. All right. So it was very violent when I started. All those emotions, all those greed, all that noise. And little by little, I am trying to control it. I think I'm going to say I'm right about here. It's not as violent as it used to be, my emotions, especially like greed and all these other things. But I'm hoping to soon get to here and then get to here where I have almost 100% control of my emotions. Obviously, you're never going to have 100% control of your emotions, but you'd like to get close enough. You'd like to avoid the roller coaster. You'd like to just make money without any issues. But the truth of the matter is that you're always going to have a hurdle. Something's going to happen in life where you have to say, wait, let me step away from the charts. Let me control my risk. Let me, I was going to say throw the laptop over the balcony because I have a balcony behind. I don't know if you guys, yeah, but I'm in the 26th floor. So, that's a long way down. But sometimes I felt like throwing the laptop through the balcony. Why? Psychology. Because of psychology. Now, mind you, you could say, oh, I have issues. I am different than you. I have autism. I have ADHD. Guess what? I have autism. I have ADHD. I have PTSD. Okay? I have a lot of crap. But the thing is that I'm only getting started in this journey. And I can't give up because of this. I can't give up because of this. And I surely can't give up because of my past. All of this can be controlled. It takes time. But I'm learning that this can be controlled. This, even though it's really hard, can be controlled. And this won't be eliminated, but it can be mitigated to a point where it doesn't affect you, at least while you're trading, because you take control and you have great risk management. Risk management. Let's say I wake up in the morning, some reason my PTSD is really acting up, right? Or any of the above. Am I gonna get into the market and be like, "Yay, let's do this! Yay!" This is a laptop, by the way, for those who hopefully it looks like a laptop. I really, really do. I'm sorry if it doesn't. Um, I kind of, it's coming around. But this is the laptop, and here's the Apple logo because I use Apple. There you go, an Apple logo. Okay, and this is the chart. Candle, 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 key level, candle, 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 key level, candle, 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 break below, candle, retest, bah. There you go. That's the chart. Am I gonna get in the computer happy and be like, yes, this is a great day. Let's put some buys or sells. Let's do this thing. No, I'm gonna go into the market confused, whatever that look is. But I meant to do like a sad face. I'm gonna get into the market mad. So what do? Do I get into the market? No. That is the day where you say, you know what? It's better to take care of myself today instead of blowing accounts. I have gotten into so many of my blown accounts because I have not listened to my rules. You must listen to the rules you set. Some of these rules are very, very, very important. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I have a mentor. To those who, for example, don't think that you need a mentor, that you could do this all on your own, you need a mentor. My mentor is Daniel Holmes Trade. Daniel Holmes. Hopefully I write that right. Daniel Holmes Trades. Look him up. I'm going to put T for trades. Daniel Holmes Trades. But he talks about three things that's going to kill your account. One is FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. You see the market, you see it going up and down. Let's say you're in a mental state where you can't really control your emotions and you decide to trade anyways. You're going to trade based on FOMO. Blew your account. Done. Finito. Okay. Let's say you think you're going to get rich quick. You're going to decide to overtrade. You just lost your account again because it reversed against you. You didn't have control. You didn't have a stop loss. So you thought everything was going to go great. You lost that money. What else? Oh my God, I got to get it back again. What do? You revenge trade. And when you revenge trade, what happens? You lose your whole account. Now, guys, I'm only telling you this because I've done this. Out of the 50 accounts I've blown, 40 of those were probably because I did not do those three things. I'm going to say 45. I'm going to go with 45 of those was because of that. I over risked. FOMO'd, and revenge trade. You only lose when you don't follow the rules. You only lose when you don't have correct risk management. Granted, you will lose some because the market is you're hypothesizing the market. You're hypothesizing what could happen. Obviously, you're gonna get some wrong and whatever. But if you follow the rules, you can get in and out happy, happy. But if you get in, I'm gonna put a plus sign, and out in a way that is not part of your strategy, you're gonna get out mad. I'm putting this in simple terms because I'm a simple man. It's just the way I am. It's part of my brain, the way it works. I'm very, very visual, and I have to see things, in little faces and diagrams and whatever. I hope it helps somebody. But the truth is, and this video, could help somebody. I mean, I'm not going to make it too long, but at least 25, 20 minutes. I'm at 16 minutes right now. But the thing is, these are the things that you cannot do. These are the things that you have to control. And it just does not come about by guessing or by saying F it or FOMOing in. It takes time mastering these things. Yeah, sometimes it takes time and you learn the lessons by blowing accounts. All right. And I'm not going to say you're never going to blow an account. You're definitely going to blow an account. Definitely. Even if you do these things right the first time, second time, because you have it in the brain, you're not going to do it right. You're not going to do it right. You're going to let some emotion take control of you and it's going to take the wheel. This is the thing that Carrie Underwood would say, Jesus, but she's not here to sing. And nobody wants me to sing. I have a great voice, but not for Carrie Underwood. But the thing is that two things, right? Things. One, learn from somebody. I suggest Daniel. Really good. And this is I misspelled his name. I missed out the N. Anyways, this is not no promotion to him or anything like that. He doesn't know that I'm doing this video. But in all honesty, get yourself a mentor and don't get yourself these mentors that lie to you and tell you you're gonna get rich quick, you're gonna make a lot of money, just sign to this course right now, and you're gonna be just fine. No, do not fall for that scheme. Do not fall for it. You know why I like Dan? He's 1,000% realistic. Anybody joins this live or YouTube or anything like that, they're like, oh, I just got an account, I'm gonna pass it. And he'll be straight honest with you. You're probably gonna blow it. You're probably gonna blow it. He has experience in the market. He has experience doing this. He knows what attitudes come and go. He knows what happens and what is the truth. You are probably going to blow it. You're most likely going to blow it. It's your first account. You're definitely going to blow it without strategy, without risk control, without having correct psychology and realizing that it's just not about strategy. It's not reading the candle and saying, oh, okay, I'm going to go here. No, it's not about that. It's about psychology. And that's why, for example, I chose him. Because he'll tell me straight up, listen, Rad, you're messing up. Why did you do that? You FOMO'd in. That's all on you. You blew your accounts because you messed up. This is all on you. This is this and this and this is what you got to do. Go back, watch the course videos, do this. You don't want to get somebody who's just going to tell you some lowball excuse saying, wow, yeah, you did that. Yeah, just, you know, you know, just, you know what I'm saying, right? You don't want some fake person. But with this being said, guys, is that everything takes time. And I'm going to start doing videos like this because I find myself realizing that, some of these mistakes that I'm doing is the same mistakes that a lot of people are going to make. I want to help a couple, of these videos that I do on YouTube or TikTok or whatever to realize, hey, listen, I'm not the only one. And that's really important to realize that you're not the only one suffer. A lot of people go through the same thing. But for me, one of the things that's really important, to be honest, when it comes to starting to trade is get yourself a mentor that can help you out, or at least follow somebody on YouTube that gives you advice. If you can't afford it for some reason, right? If you can't afford to take a course and to help you out, then by golly, show up to a lot of lives on YouTube by whatever the people that you recommend, that you see. Listen to them. Write down a lot of things. This book that I have here, I write down a lot. A lot from, different point of views. But I write down almost everything that is important to me. Even if it's not important, I write it down. Why? Because even if it's not important to me now, it's gonna be important to me probably in a week, probably in a month, you know? And the most important thing is to journal. Journal your trades, journal your mindset, journal your mentality going in and going out into a trade. What did you see? Was it a type 1? Was it a type 2? Why did you take it, right? Um, start with only one account. Start with only one account. I know that, making money, for example, I have this diagram right here. I have this beautiful diagram. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. I have this beautiful, wait, there we go. I got this beautiful diagram that shows how much money in a year I can make USD if I have two accounts, right? And depending how much I make per day. This really helps me out. It says consistent. But the thing is that sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves on how much money we're making. We put too much pressure on ourselves on how much money we have to make to cover our bills. Put pressure on ourselves by thinking too much about money. Relax. And this is what I'm telling myself. I'm telling myself this too right now. Don't just think I'm telling you this because I've mastered it. No. I'm saying this because I still battle through the same things. I still suck sometimes. But that is all part of the Johnny. And the thing is that start with one account. Once you pass that account, start with another account. Don't just get 4 accounts like I did. Much pressure, and you will most likely blow it. Likely will blow it. Get yourself 1 to 2 accounts, not 4, okay? Because it's a waste of money, especially while you're learning, okay? Scale up once you pass that 1 or 2 accounts. Of another one. Get comfortable with managing those accounts. Get comfortable with managing that one account, right? And then little by little, you scale. A baby doesn't start running, start crawling, start walking, and they jog, and then they run. But along that journey, the baby will stumble, the baby will fall, the baby will cut themselves, the baby will bleed, the baby will cry. Same thing for us. Why do we think that as adults, we think that we're going to be perfect and we're going to get it right off the bat perfect? We are not going to get it perfect the right time. We are not going to get it perfect the second time. We are not going to get it perfect probably the 10th, 12th, 15th, my case, 50th time. There's other people that 100th, and finally they start making money because they finally changed that brain, that mindset. It's all about changing your mindset. It's all about psychology, guys. I'm telling you. The quicker you realize that, the quicker you will succeed. And I'm still realizing that day by day, even today. I'm still realizing that. This week I took a loss. I had to step back because I kind of got cocky. I got confident. And got cocky. My ego suddenly, I thought I was the top dog just because I had several funded accounts. Guess what? Now I only have one funded account. One funded account, one challenge account. Why? My ego. That is why it's important to scale. That is why it's important to crawl before you run. Because if you try to run, you will fall. If you're not strong enough psychology, you're going to think trading is a scam. You're going to think trading is not for you. You're going to think trading is stupid. But in reality, you know what is stupid? And I'm going to say this all plain honestly. In reality, you know what is stupid? Stupid is having a dream of traveling the world and not being able to do it on your own time. Because you're working for somebody else's dream. Your 9 to 5 is in order to cover somebody else's dream. You're working Monday through Friday, assuming you're in your 20s or 30s, for the next 60 to 70 years for your dream, right? Your 2 week holiday a year, or your Saturday, Sunday vacation or weekend, while the owner of the company getting to travel to Milan, Europe, Australia, US, by or whatever the point is. But the point is that they are living their dream because you're not living yours. And that's what we have to get away from. Are we willing to sacrifice and give up our dream of living the life to just live the life on Saturday and Sunday and 2 week paid vacation a year for the next 60 years? And by the time you're 70 or 80, now you're like, yes, I retired. I can finally enjoy life. I can do all the traveling that I have always dreamed of. Well, guess what? You're in your 60s, 70s. I don't know what, whatever. So I'm going to go with you're in your 70s. You're in your 60s. You retired at 65. Guess what? 65. You're not young anymore. You're not going to party it like you used to have the energy when you were in your 20s and 30s. You're not going to enjoy it like if you would have been in your 20s and 30s. Instead, you're going to fly to Europe. Your knees are going to be hurting. You're going to be weak. And you're just going to rent a hotel room just to stay in it and sleep. And that's all you're going to do. Rent a hotel room across the world to sleep and take some pain meds because your knee hurt from all the work that you did 9 to 5. These are the things you gotta consider. That's why for me, even though I've blown 50 accounts, listen, I don't care how many accounts I gotta blow to learn the lesson, but I will keep doing it because here's the reason why. I don't want to be working for somebody while I'm 65. I will not working for somebody when I'm 65. I'm not gonna be working for somebody when I'm 40, unless it's volunteer. Some volunteer work for the reach out the community or whatever. I'd be down to do something like that for the. But in my own time, I set my own schedule. I could live in Bali for a month, or in Dubai for a month, or go to Europe or Spain. I could. I'm half Spanish. I could go to Europe right now and get my Spanish citizenship within 2 years. Why am I not doing it right now? Well, because two things. I am still working for somebody, right? So that means I'm capped at what day I can do whatever, when can I take time off, but also because I am starting this journey. And until I don't finally succeed in this journey, I am not willing to sacrifice energy and time, per se, go do that in a sense, because I want to give my attention and my all to trading right now. Obviously, the other job is in the meantime, so I could, relax and know that I got stream money coming in, because the worst thing you could do is quit your job and have the pressure of having to pay the bills and make the money. On top of that, trying to pass the accounts is just a whole fuckfest in your brain. But the thing is that it all takes time. And you gotta choose, either you're gonna live the life of a rat in a hamster wheel, or a hamster in a hamster wheel, and just round and around and around and around and around and around and around. It gets tiring, right? Me saying it so often. And around and around and around and around. That's gonna be you. And around and around and around if you don't change your life. Or You want to decide to change your life now and say, you know what? Damn, he's right. I want to be able to, in 5 years, when I'm 25 or when I'm 30 or when I'm 35 or when I'm 40, there's never too late to change your life. It's never too late. You know, do I want to say in 5 years, wow, I've made it. I don't have to work for anybody. I can just take time for myself or work for myself, whatever part of the world. That's my goal. My goal is once I succeed in doing this, hopefully I could give it like a year or 2 years that I'm already successful in this. I could go to Italy. I mean, not Italy. I want to go to Italy, but I could go to Spain and get my 2 year, get my 2 year going, get my passport for Europe. Then I got an American passport. I got Australian citizenship, and or PR, and then I could have a European passport. But that's the thing, guys. Lock in and stop worrying about where you are in your journey. Everybody has a different goal. Everybody has a different outcome, and everybody is in different steps in their lives. Do not compare yourself to anyone. I know that's something I have trouble with, and I think that's another reason why I've FOMOed into a couple trades. I've put so much pressure into me is because I want to be somewhere, and sometimes that pressure isn't healthy. It's good to have goals, right? Like I have. Well, who said this? Spencer from Suits. Spencer, I think so. He said, "You're here. I like this." I don't even know, or was it the Wolf of Wall Street? But the point is, I'm here, but I like this, and I will get this eventually. But I gotta climb the steps. I can't just bomb rush it. Gotta climb the steps little by little. But besides that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.